Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Maybe once, maybe twice. Oh, and it lights up the night. And you see a gypsy.
I think it does. I should just wear headphones all the time. Welcome back to our daily show. It's 10:17. Lacey's in the studio 100 years ago. Not 100 weeks.
Not 100 weeks. I could do that too. Well, probably.
That wouldn't even be 2 years.
Yeah. I don't think anyone really wants to see that.
No, I think we just all want to forget anything that's happened recently. I think we're all just as a community just moving forward.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't look in the rear view.
No. But we aren't too far off. Sometimes we get down on ourselves, but just realize something. Folks had to learn how to play.
Yes.
That's where I'm leaving it.
Yes.
That's where I'm leaving. I feel a lot better.
CJ, this is one of those where I was like, two things. I was like, this is going to be a fun article.
It is.
So there was this play institute that they had in Alton 100 years ago. But so I don't want to say wrong, but I was not all the way right about two things. Okay. Number one, I thought it was going to be fun. And
Sorry, that's pretty funny.
And number two, I was sort of like judgy about it. I was like, oh, they had to learn how to play. Like everyone knows how to do that. And then the more I got into it, okay, so the part about it being fun, a lot of it was about racism instead of about being just like fun.
Oh.
Which it's 1925.
Yeah.
I should have known.
Yeah.
But, and then the other part about me being judgy, I started reading, there's a link to it. I don't know if the link goes through. So, I'll ask Sydney to change that, but there's a link to the Playground magazine, which is what the Playground and Recreation Association of America put out as a publication. And I started reading these articles in it, and it was fascinating. And there was so much behind it because we were just starting to have like playgrounds and stuff. I mean, the Parks Department had just happened the year before. There was this push to make spaces for recreation in cities and like have, a lot of like labor and union stuff went around it, like having vacations, having time off, like being able to have downtime and be creative and connect with your community in addition to just like being in a factory. So there was a whole bunch of social stuff going on. There was a whole bunch of like very deliberate, it kind of went almost hand in hand with what we were talking about with the Isaac Walton League, like appreciating nature. So when I started like doing the actual research, I was really impressed with what they were doing. So yeah, at first you look at it and you're like, oh, they had to learn how to play.
That's what I did.
Yeah. But then the more I went into it, the more I was like, okay, this is very deliberate. They're doing studies. They're looking at what effects having a playground has on the health of children. I mean, all this really cool, like philosophical and social stuff was going on at the same time. So if you have a chance to go into some of the playground articles, and they've been digitized, they're available on archive.org, you get to see like what they're actually working on. Wow. And so, yeah, it was actually really cool.
That actually is really unique.
Yeah.
So, okay, but still, we had to teach kids how to play.
First, I had to teach adults how to play.
Oh, okay. So the adults had to play first.
The adults had to play first. Yeah. So the first session was adults. I guess they just invited people, whoever wanted to come. And so they were learning like board games. They were learning playground games. The guy that was doing the Play Institute, his name was John A. Martin. And I looked him up, not just in the Telegraph, but like in newspapers across the country, and found some from Florida, from other places where he was invited in to do this.
Wow.
And he specialized in educational games. So he wrote a book, and I found a review for it. It was called Educational Games for Elementary and Junior High Schools. And the only place it's available is the New York Public Library. So I couldn't actually get it or read it, but there's a description of it in my article.
You couldn't get it in the New York, is it only
physical? I mean, if I went to
Oh, they don't
public
have it
library.
online.
They haven't digitized it. Maybe they will now. Maybe this will be.
What are you
the
doing
push.
up there? What are you doing up there?
But I mean, if I really wanted to, maybe I could get it through interlibrary
Right.
alone. So
Right.
I did not have immediate access to it.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, so he was also working with the public schools. He was working with Western Military Academy, the orphanage, Saints Peter and Paul, and St. Patrick's schools to do the educational learning games too.
So how did this kind of break down? So they
Yeah.
learn games for
Yes.
the playground as well as parlor games. So
Yes.
are they going to the bar afterwards too, or what was that about?
Parlor is more like, like your sitting room. In your house.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh yeah, like not like
yeah, it's
gambling.
like, yeah, I was
parlor.
like, are you going to a parlor after that?
I mean, I don't think so.
Well, it
It
was
said
Alton.
parlor. It was Alton.
Stunts as well.
That was at the end of the night. The end of every. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. But like, yeah, like they do all the like up and up games, and then at the end they're like, everybody's staying for poker, right?
Oh, okay.
Joke.
What are stunts?
I don't quite know.
Like
what
that's.
stunts
I mean,
are.
that just doesn't sound safe.
I think that's more like hula hoops and stuff.
Oh, okay. Like they
I
aren't doing
assumed-
backflips off the. I mean, I'm sure they
I don't
did.
know. They were doing stuff like that at Turner Hall, so
Well,
maybe.
man, they were a lot tougher back then.
Yeah, I don't quite know what stunts are. I included that because they specifically mentioned stunts.
I'm interested to
know.
know about what stunts were.
I wish I had minutes from these meetings. but yeah, so it was the year after the Parks Department officially like created a playground commission. So they were just trying to figure out like, what does this mean? What are we going to do with this? So a lot of the people that were there were then like playground leaders, because in these days they would have people at the playgrounds in the summer to lead games, to provide crafts, even provide the supplies for crafts.
Wow.
And
Yeah, we don't have that.
no,
I don't think anyone has that.
I mean, there was also, it was filling the void of like,
Yeah.
we now have,
But that would still be a good idea today to
Oh,
like
yeah.
have like somebody at like Gordon Moore, somebody
Yeah.
you can just here's some game. I mean, I'm sure you
Yeah.
could if you call the right, the number, but I don't know if an actual position would be fun.
yeah. And they
We
had
need to bring
every
that back.
summer for years and years and years and years.
We need to bring that back.
It would be very cool.
I'm telling right here on the show today. I think we could get that done. It's 10:20. I mean, that's a seasonal job.
yeah. and
So
then
it's
we
not
could-
like it's a full time.
we could do some more research to figure out what stunts are, and then
Then we can really
we
train these
have the whole thing.
leaders.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm
All
going
right.
to bring back the playground leader. I think that's a great idea. I really do. Let's fill them up. Fill up
Okay.
the parks with playground leaders, and that way everybody has some fun and they know what they're doing out there. Sound good? Okay. So
Yes.
the Play Institute was held on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Man, that's a late start time. 8
yeah.
p.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
I-
For 3 weeks.
Yeah. I guess that's when they had time.
Man, 78 people. 18 to 60 came to the first session and 125 attended the second. Wow.
Yeah, 78 people ages 18 to 60. And I don't know if they I don't think they had a cutoff. Like, you got to be, 18, you had to be 18. But like, I just assumed that someone knew who the oldest person was and was like, they're 60. So we're going to mark that down.
Or that's what they told everyone their age was. They could have been 72.
That's true. And then, but it went well because
It is.
25 came the next
Well,
time.
that's what I mean, there's actually a need for it. If you see, the people are actually interested about that. It's just wild though, because to me, it's like 100 years ago, you wouldn't think that playgrounds would have been the revolutionary thing.
Right. Well, and it was also about adults learning games. I mean, you couldn't just Google like the rules of cribbage or whatever, like you can now. I don't know the rules of cribbage, but like you didn't have the same sort of resources at your fingertips to figure out new games. You couldn't like look it up on YouTube. I don't know. How
You
people
just created
figure
your
out
own.
games.
I mean, heck, and 1925 ain't too far off from the 1800s. So their parents are probably used to games like shooting cans or stuff. I would just assume. There's a big learning curve there. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what they were doing before this.
I don't want to ask the
But
question.
a lot of times there were social groups that had card games and stuff like that. So it was it was dual purpose. It was for adults to learn how to play with adults, and it was for adults to teach children how to play.
Wow.
And the educational aspect in schools as well.
So when did this one? When was the first meeting of this?
Okay, well, and
March 20th.
This is where the racism part comes in. So March 20th was the first meeting, and then they're like, and also there's going to be a separate play institute for the Black residents of Alton, and that opened on March 30th. So not only was it, separate but equal is never separate but equal. And that's not okay no matter what. But not only was it segregated, they also had fewer sessions for the Black Altonians. So they had the same end date, and they met 3 times a week to do the teaching for the Black community. But they started on March 30th instead of March 20th for that.
Yeah, it's really fascinating because 100 years ago, it's just what we wouldn't kind of even think about today.
Right.
It's just very, very fascinating to say the least. And do you know the attendance of the?
Yeah, it was. Oh, did I not put it in here? Yes, there were. I know it, but I apparently can't share it because I didn't put it in here.
No, it's all good. I just didn't know if you had it on the top of your head because that would have been interesting to me to see how the attendance totals compared to.
Oh, I did put it. 149 people.
Oh, you just had to write it out.
I wrote it out for some. Oh, because it was at the beginning of the sentence.
That's okay. That's fair.
So
that's
it was
fair.
written out in words, which I was
fair.
Wasn't looking for words.
So, man, looking
for numbers.
But 149 people attended the first one.
Yeah, so that's more than attended the first one.
Well, that's what I was kind of asking.
Yeah.
My thought was, was it like, could anyone make the argument, well, attendance numbers, but you can if you already are beating the other group. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And also, the very last session only had 25 people. And so I don't know if that had anything to do with the quality, or if they were offered less, or if that was just a bad night. I have no idea.
Wow.
But the parks themselves, the playgrounds themselves were also segregated. And so the Play Institute happened in April, March and April. And then the parks, the playgrounds opened for the summer with like the playground attendance on June 15th, 1925. So for white children, there were, I think, 7 playgrounds. You could go to McKinley School, Irving School, Seminary Square, which is high school park when the high school was there, Washington School, Horace Mann School, Clara Barton School, and Lowell School. And then Black children could only play at Douglas School or Salute Park.
Wow.
And that was it. So that was the Alton Board of Education collaborated with the Recreation Commission to provide the playground space. And like at that time, like Douglas School was one of the schools that Black children were allowed to go to. So they basically just kept the same segregation in the playgrounds that they had in the schools. Because at that time, the high school was integrated, but the elementary schools were segregated through the 1950s and then weren't fully integrated until the 70s.
So? Well, I mean, like, how can the high school, because that's just my obvious.
Oh, yeah.
How could the high school be integrated and the elementary schools not?
The quick answer is there weren't enough students to have a segregated high school. So, there were things that Black students were not allowed to do.
Gotcha.
There. And it was, we need to have Shirley Portwood come on. We talked about that before, but so the schools were integrated in 1873, I think, and then resegregated in 1897. Right. And then that was when the Alton school case happened. And it was like the state of Illinois said, you cannot do this in 1908, because it was a very long process. And then Alton was like, the Alton school district was like, okay, cool. We'll let these 2 kids that were in the court case go to their neighborhood school, which was one of the designated white schools, but no one else gets to. So then it wasn't until the 1950s when, and it was before Board of Education, but that's because there was a court case that I think Elijah Conley started with NAACP to try to integrate the schools. So we had, but he was like chased out of town. There were cross burnings. It was really bad.
Wow.
So then we had Brown versus Board of Education, 1954. Alton had kind of already started the process, but it took until the 1970s for the elementary schools and the junior highs to be fully integrated.
Really?
Yeah. And they did, it's a corridor system, and they did, I don't remember what year this started, but they integrated one grade at a time, starting, like the high school was already integrated. And then, so they just went down for that and like, I guess ended with kindergarten. But it was a long process.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That really is interesting. We'll have to have Shirley on for sure. To talk about all that.
Yeah.
We got a moment to take a break,
Sure.
Libby. 10:32. We'll come back with more of 100 Years Ago with Lacy right after this, and our Wednesday morning continues.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, 10:35. It's a Wednesday. I have Friday off, though. I'm not doing a show. For the first time, I'm going to say no best of. I'm just going to call it a 3-day weekend.
Perfect.
Yep, turning it off. Turning it off.
People will miss you.
Well.
Watch a rerun.
I can't say what I actually want to say on the air, but I'll always be there when you never need me, you know? You can put that 2 and 2 together, I'd hope, at home. And we're back with Lacy talking about how we had to learn how to play on a playground. And really, though, what I find it fascinating is the way they actually marketed this nationally to make a global movement out of it.
Yeah. And I don't know when what was it officially called? The Playground and Recreation Association of America started, but I want to say the magazine was already happening by like 1910. I'd have to check, but they had years and years and years of those digitized that you can go through and sort of like see the evolution of a lot of it. So It was really fascinating.
How much did all this equipment cost? You know, because I mean,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because they're putting them in all the parks,
right? And I don't know if the schools already had playground equipment before this.
Yeah.
Like I assume that even before there was a push for public playgrounds, that the schools had something. But one of the
like a giant pole you just climbed up.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That was it.
Right. One of the most fun things that I found when I was going through the Playground magazine was all of the ads for different playground equipment, and it's mostly jungle gyms. It's like, this jungle gym is 5 feet tall. This jungle gym is 15 feet tall. Like, how many kids do you need to fit on the jungle gym?
Well, that's, you know, it's so funny because you look at some of those old playground equipment that I use, and like some of that could have killed you multiple times. But the jungle gym is just the worst. You know, I mean, I have never understood the folklore or whatever you want to call it, the love affair with a jungle gym. I mean, nothing says exciting like a bunch of metal rods that make a little dome.
Yeah, and if you fall, you're either going to fall really far or you're going to fall really far but hit a bunch of poles on the way down.
Yeah, nothing says.
winning.
Yeah. Have fun. Go have fun. Have fun, little Johnny. Don't slip because there's a little bit of water on that metal there. You know, but it's like, what can you even do on the damn thing but just stand there? You know, I mean, I guess you hang off of it. Oh, yeah. Woo!
Those are the stunts.
That's the stunts. That's exactly what they were talking about. But I've never understood a jungle gym. I like, even now, I'm like, it's 2025. Rip it out and move on.
If anyone has any thoughts on the pros of a jungle gym,
there's people watching going, man, this guy really hates jungle gyms.
See, but that's the kind of thing I feel like I like that kind of strong opinion. Like, I want people, like, the hill for people to die on to be something that you could, like, really not have an opinion at all about, or like really care about.
I do, and this one I'm starting to really care about. I mean, I'm getting ready to go make some phone calls here, and there will be no jungle gyms left. You know, that's why do you think you could be like, if do mayors have executive orders like in Alton like they do in like LA and stuff? Like, do they have like a little thing you could sign, like a decree, and say, you know, like if I was ever mayor 25 years from now, because we got to forget about my partying first, like, you know,
this is Alton. We don't have to
That's
forget.
true. But I just, you know, it's like, I think I would sign like a little decree that said we're getting rid of them. They're just gone.
Well, I think there's
no jungle gyms.
That's one of those like things where you have I don't remember what it's called, but like you make a law or you make a decree or whatever, and there's no like funding or way to do it, and then you have to like steal funding from other
there's no legality to it. I wouldn't imagine. Like, there's no actual I don't know. I wouldn't think so. You know,
I think the best way to do that would be to go see if any of the playgrounds had jungle gyms first.
There's still some.
Are there?
Oh, I have them marked.
Okay. Put together a proposal, figure out the funding, and then you can make the decree.
That's right. But, you know, or we just rip them out. I'm ready. I think I'm ready to declare war on jungle gyms. You got me fired up about this today. 100 years of jungle gyms. It's got to come to a close. You know, I mean, I looked at some of because I got bored the other. I'm like, what is an old playground? Some of these things were dangerous. I mean, it was not. Yes. I mean, Alton's was nice and they did a good job with it. But I mean, some of the stuff they tried to sell to these schools to have kids play on, it's like, where's the fun in a 20-foot pole that you can swing on?
It's hard because there's also kind of the balance between like fun and safe.
Yeah.
Like a really tall slide is fun, but it's not safe.
Right. And a really tall metal slide.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
because we didn't have plastic slides back then.
It's really fun. And also like it will burn you. You will fall off and break multiple bones. Like, it's only fun if you do it exactly correctly, which small children are known for doing.
Man, at summer sport they had that though. I don't know if that's place that's still there, but when I was a kid, I would go every day in the summer, and that darn slide would be this just scorched earth.
Yes.
Scorched earth. Yes. There was you could be in the pool for 45 minutes. You were bone dry if you got on that slide. You know, I mean, it was just, you were frying like an egg on the way down.
Yeah. So, but they were fun in the very perfect conditions.
It was fun.
And then, like if you have a plastic slide, it's safer, but sometimes you have to like pull yourself down it a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like finding those very specific angles and materials to build things out of that where you mitigate the danger but still have fun. And that would be a hard job because fun and safety don't always go together.
No, and it's one of those where it's like, you know, what's fun for you? You know, is it, you know, I don't know. It just ain't a jungle gym. I can tell you that much, Lacy. It ain't a jungle gym. So with that being said, when did did they have like a big coverage of when like the kids actually went to the public parks in Alton, like after it all started?
Oh.
Like, was that kind of a thing?
Oh my gosh, there were so many articles about playgrounds and the new playground commission and when they were figuring all this out. And then we actually have a lot of photos in the Robert Grawl collection of some of the playground directors and the some of the things they did at the playgrounds. Like they had a light box parade, they had plays, like they put on plays. Yeah. So yeah, it was
at
a
the
really
playground.
big deal. Yeah,
Plays at the playground.
Plays at the playground.
There you go.
And I don't know. So for a period of time, Haskell House, that's in Haskell Park, like that was where the Parks Department was located. And so some of it was stuff that they were doing like in that building. So it wasn't just like you went to the playground and did a play.
Right.
But I don't know exactly, I don't remember exactly when that became part of it. So yeah, there was a huge evolution, and the park history itself is really interesting.
Really cool. And that's one thing too, I think people are always fascinated about, because it just has so many, you know, sentimental ties to them too.
Yeah.
That is cool. What are you writing about next week?
Okay. So I am writing about a goat.
Hey, what happened to Lyman Trumbull?
It's in August.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking about it, but you are correct.
He's on his way.
Okay.
It's a goat that was the mascot for Koch Brothers meat store, and he smoked cigarettes.
Wait, what? Hold on, you got to repeat that, because I am like literally just like I just kind of blacked out there whenever you started hitting me with that information.
Okay, goat named Billy or Sweet William.
Sweet Billy?
Sweet Billy.
Sweet William?
Specifically, Sweet William or Billy.
Okay.
He went by those names. And he would stand, I guess, in front of the meat market.
Is this a real goat?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no way.
I don't make this stuff up.
I thought it was like a guy in a mascot like you see on the strip. I had a Minnie Mouse that was chain smoking Pall Malls for about 10 minutes. So I thought that's what you meant. Like some guy in a
literal goat that smoked cigarettes. He could smoke. I'm ruining next week. I'm not gonna have anything to say.
No, it's gonna be just fine. I will get us through next week just fine.
He could smoke 6 cigarettes at a time, and he would smoke the cigarette halfway and then like move it to the side and swallow it. So I ended the article.
So how quick did that goat die?
Okay, that's what got crazy. Did not die from the cigarettes.
No. No way.
Found an article about that. Not from the cigarettes. So I was like, I don't want anyone to feel like this is something that we are suggesting. So I was like, please do not give cigarettes to animals. Also, I think that cigarettes in the 20s were very different from now. Like, there's a lot more plastic now. The filters. There's a lot
You're
more
right.
like.
Yeah. Not a lot of fiberglass and no fiberglass going into your lungs, because if you smoke menthol, that's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good for you in the 20s.
But it still was not. I mean, I think a little bit better.
I think it was better for a goat to eat them in the 1920s than it would be for a goat to eat them now.
It's fair.
I don't know if it would be better to smoke them as a goat in the 1920s versus now. But also, don't give cigarettes to goats.
That's right. Do not, unless you can take a picture and send it to me, because that would be pretty darn funny.
Photoshop it.
Photoshop it. I gotta see a photo of this goat. Do you have?
I do not have a photo of the goat. I found a photo. It's not a photo. I found a picture of a goat on a cigarette box. So that's the picture that I ended up using.
I'm excited to talk about this goat. The goat of smoking, quite literally. Greatest of all time.
Yeah, he was called the best smoker in Alton.
You know, I have I was going through my old Snapchat memories, and I had a few. I didn't have 6 hanging out of my mouth, but there was a couple of times where it got You just need a little bit more than one cigarette.
Well, we can put that picture at the end of the
I would not. 1046 Lacy, thank you for stopping by. We'll talk again on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
We'll take a quick break here. We'll come back with a little bit more and then wrap up this Wednesday morning right after this on RiverBender.